Hier ist Rolf vom Tesla aus US und jetzt kommt der schwierige Part, alles das wieder zusammenzubauen. Und zwar habt ihr gesehen, die Batterie war da drinne und jetzt kommen alle anderen Teile wieder dazu. Und das kommt nach diesem Intro. Ganz interessant. Hallo, da sind wir wieder und jetzt kommt der Zusammenbau. Aber was ich euch sagen möchte, wenn ich von dem Produkt nicht überzeugt bin, dann würde ich das hier nicht vorstellen. Und dieses Produkt ist bei meiner Frau's Model S schon seit 4 Jahren circa eingebaut. Die Warranty ist die komplette Garantie davon ist abgelaufen nach den ersten 4 Jahren und die Batterie macht immer Probleme, muss immer ausgetauscht werden. Und ich wollte einfach nicht das Geld ausgeben, erstmal die ganze Arbeit damit, dort zum Service Center, Termin machen, hinfahren und so weiter. Und das auch noch auf, naja, vielleicht geht die Batterie kaputt, vielleicht auch nicht. Vielleicht kriegst du auch nicht zur Zeit einen richtigen Termin, den du dir wünschst dazu. Und ich wollte einfach mir das ersparen, das immer ein- und ausbauen. Vielleicht sind die Leute vom Service Center schneller und können das vielleicht viel schneller machen, als wir das gemacht haben. Aber einmal das Ding einbauen, einmal das Ding wieder ausbauen und dann jahrelang Ruhe haben. Ich habe ein Auto, die Teslas haben High Technology, also sind wirklich sehr weit entwickelt. Und warum baue ich da eine Batterie ein, einen Bleiakku, der 100 Jahre alt ist? Bleiakkus gab es schon seit über 100 Jahren und den muss ich da nicht drin haben, wenn die Technologie von dem Fahrzeug alles super neu und klar ist, dann muss ich nicht so eine alte Technologie drin haben. Und das wollte ich noch beseitigen. Und das haben wir auch. Und das haben wir genauso bei Johns Auto gemacht. Noch was Wichtiges. Ihr müsst darauf achten, da sind die 13er Muttern. Da gibt es mit 2 verschiedenen Windungen. Und ihr müsst darauf achten, wo ihr die 13er Mutter rausholt. Das sieht genauso aus, aber die haben zwei verschiedene Windungen. Warum sie das gemacht haben, weiß ich jetzt auch noch nicht so genau. Vielleicht ist die eine selbstsicher und die andere nicht. Aber passt drauf auf, wo ihr die rausnimmt. Ansonsten werde ich nicht mehr viel Deutsch sagen dazu. Vielleicht ein paar Kommentare reinschneiden. Die Batterie hat mich überzeugt davon. Und ihr wisst, wie ihr so bestellen könnt, wenn ihr wollt. Ansonsten genießt das, wie das wieder zusammen installiert wurde. Wir haben noch ein paar Kommentare dazu, vielleicht werde ich die noch übersetzen. Und jetzt geht es daran, wie das Ding zusammenzuarbeiten oder zusammenzusetzen. Und damit man auch keine Schrauben übrig behalten. Okay, tschüss, bis zum nächsten Mal. Und jetzt schaut euch das Zusammenbauen an.
Okay, so we want to line up this back connection, which is the positive connection, into this rail here, which is the positive connection to the battery, that we shimmed upwards. That we want to line up first. Hey. Oh, our little slider slid out.
Oh, your little piece of paper fell out?
Yeah, it just slid out. I'm sliding it back under. That way it'll keep it pressed upwards. Oh, it slid out again. Okay, I'll make it a little thicker and then maybe it'll hold tighter.
Yeah. I can get you some cardboard if you want.
Yeah, small piece of cardboard might work. Let's see how this works. And then, yeah, it slid back out.
I don't know, what were they thinking? Then you would never have to replace that battery.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
In Arizona, after 2 summers, you're probably okay, but for the 3rd summer, you're kind of pushing it. You're in the valley.
So that was about time for you.
Yeah.
to replace it.
Oh, long past, because this is 2015, it's 2020, it's 5 years. That's about all you ever get out of it.
Yeah.
But that car wasn't here most of its life, right?
It was in San Diego, right?
This is San Diego.
Very nice temperature.
Nice weather.
I think the whole car was designed for California.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, right.
That's, to be fair now, they tested it in cold weather and,
Yeah.
and hot weather. Ah, good job.
Now you got it.
Yeah.
Before you tighten the nut all the way down.
Yeah, we'll
get
get the
your
rest of it. We'll get the rest of
paper
it
out.
secure.
This bolt also has to come through there.
Yeah, so that one has to come through there.
Yeah.
We'll
That was
start
the top of
tightening that
was
one.
the top of the strap of the bracket.
Yeah.
Now you have to put the bracket soon down, right?
Yeah, to re-secure the bracket.
Yeah. There you go.
Here's this one. Here's that valve.
Yeah.
What's that valve
That's
do?
for your coolant, for your refrigerant.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, is that the refrigerant?
That one's the refrigerant, yeah. There's one on the top of here. It's a little black one. Looks like a bicycle pump valve.
Yeah,
That's for
the
your air
right?
pressure. Yeah, and you could manually pressurize your system. Oh, I think they actually maybe put it right here. This is the air pressure one.
Yeah.
Right. That one, yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
looks like a bicycle. Valve cap or car
could-
tire valve cap.
This is what I changed in my car because it was one leaking.
Oh, that was leaking?
Yeah, and I put just I put in here in between a piece in between
Oh,
because this one
the valve was leaking.
the valve was leaking.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, we'll secure this one in the back.
That is securing the what? Also the bracket, or is
This is securing that positive lug
okay.
connection onto
Yeah.
this rail.
that's the bolt that was being pushed up by the piece of cardboard.
Yeah, I'm not going to secure the bracket until we get the negative side on as well.
okay?
Just so that it has a little bit of flexibility until then, just because the
I could see
negative
still
can
a
get
little
tight.
play, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, now we'll connect that negative side.
Oh, that's hard to
Which
film.
will be, yeah, it's going to be really hard to film.
But I got it.
Until my hands get in the way.
Yeah, just getting it is difficult.
Okay. So now here,
Oh, there's the adapter.
the thing we want to do is if the angle is like this, we want to loosen this 13 millimeter a little bit so that there's some flex to this while we position it, and then tighten it down afterwards.
Okay.
So I'm going to do that over here, away from the battery.
Oh, that's going to be difficult to film.
So we're just loosening that 13 millimeter thread here. Got it?
Yeah, I got it.
Cool. Then now it's got a little flexibility to it. Then we'll bring it up here. Thread to the top.
But the lithium battery will be empty, right?
No.
Or
No, it's got charge in it.
it got charge in it?
Yeah.
How much does it ship with?
Uh-oh.
Typically,
the car started up again.
yeah, that's okay. Now that the 12 volt power, we're putting the 12 volt back on it, it's going to start up. Yeah, that's why there was a little bit of initial sparking as I pressed this down as well. It's because it's getting energized. So now be careful again, because now we're dealing with live circuits.
Like a modest total madness, but just wait. I really need to tell you something.
Mindful to keep this straight as much as you can with one hand while securing it. Then when you feel it's a nice snug fit, that's good. Now we can go back and tighten this connector.
The 13 millimeter.
The 13 millimeter. Okay, now we're gonna make one more connection here, which is the DC-DC converter onto this bus.
Oops, let me get that.
Shouldn't have any arcing there because we don't have the high voltage activated. If you had this, if you had forgotten to just deactivate the high voltage right here, we've seen it before where somebody arcs it and blows this fuse.
Right, sure.
Yeah, so you want to make sure you don't allow that to be the case.
Yeah, be careful not to touch anything metal there anyway, because that's the positive side, right?
Yeah. These two are so weird. Between your two 13 millimeter bolts, just be careful to know which one was which when you take them off and put them back on the correct side. Because one will fit over the other, but then the other side won't fit. This nut or this nut, either one will fit on this side. But on this side, only this nut will thread into it. That one will not.
Different threads.
Yeah, they're different threads.
Yeah.
So now you've got your negative side tight, positive side's connected, your DC-DC converter cable's back on, and then the tie down is secure.
And the bracket is
You just need to
secure
secure the bottom on this side of the bracket.
Yeah.
Cover it, and then we just reverse everything and put it all back together. I don't know if I'll be able to get this in there at this angle now.
Pulling.
Yep, that's good.
It's tight. And was there a battery cover of that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is here. We can put that on next.
It's the actually the fuse panel cover.
A fuse panel cover.
Yeah. There's a wire coming out the back there.
This one?
Yeah.
Well, it goes.
Does that go inside there?
It's supposed to enter right here. In that space.
Good.
Will that be screwed down or bolted down?
It just snaps on?
Yeah, this just snaps on.
Yeah.
Just like that. Now we'll reconnect here.
This is the high voltage
Make sure it's
connection.
fully out. Then as you push it in, click it until you see it stick through there. Now the car's fully woken back up.
All right. That's good.
So just reinstalling it.
Okay, so now we're going to put all the parts back together. Once you've got your plastic cover on the fuse panel, you've reconnected your high voltage interlock loop, all the connections are secure, battery is happy.
And the bracket's tight.
And the bracket's tight.
Yep.
So this piece will go in first. Line up that side, and then the other side has a little more give to it because they did it slotted. Before you start securing that though, this rubber piece goes on the bottom. That first really easy to access bolt, go ahead and thread your one nut back onto there. Just hand tight. Then on the left side, you should see the next one. I'm going to take my gloves off just so I can reach.
Because your door was open and the cooling starts.
Yeah. Thanks for turning that off.
If you put in your hand just like this, you should be able to thread it on pretty well.
'Cause I feel
Do it enough that you see the rubber starting to crest, but not so much that you force it through the rubber, because it's rubber, so it's soft, so you could keep going.
Yeah.
Then you can use a cordless drill to finish this one. Same thing, just enough so it starts to crest, and then do the start the other two by hand, and then finish them with the cordless drill.
Oh, so I tighten up?
Yep.
Yeah, you can't even, there's no way I can even see that in there.
No. Let me get this side.
That one I can. Okay, so you got all four of those on the ductwork.
Yeah, now the next piece of the plenum can go in. Then this one will have two bolts that secure it.
Wow. Plus there's two clips at the top there too, actually.
Yeah, and
Help secure the...
you should get it lined up on the bottom so it creates a seal. And then bring the top up and clip it in place.
The
and
top
then we'll
clips in, yeah, right there.
have a good seal to it, and then you put the two 10mm bolts back in.
And that's just holding the two pieces of ductwork together.
Yeah.
Wow.
Hand's too big.
You need children.
Yeah. Okay, now is when you can put your filter back in place.
Okay.
Airflow up, because the air is going to come in and blow, suck in through there.
Got it.
At this point, you want to be mindful of this tag
Yeah.
and make sure that it's up and not down,
Yeah.
hidden.
And it sticks out later.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
Now this part goes down. There's edge, bottom edge of the windshield that you press into.
Here, bolts as well here.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a little, it's a plastic
Those
piece
This
that was
plas-
missing.
plastic bolt things.
The little like press-in ones. Yeah.
Ah, there's little...
Like this one.
Clips.
Like on this side. On this side it's there.
Yeah.
It's not a bolt, but it's just a...
Yeah, they were missing, but then we found one inside of the air plenum.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, it was just like sitting in there when we took it apart. So we have one.
Yeah, we can... Yeah, there was on
so
that
we
one.
can put it.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, now it's all clips and everything's on that side.
Okay.
Okay. So we can put it back in the camera here. So the remaining pieces are on this side here?
Yep. So you just line your tub up, and then we'll secure all the 10 millimeter. They're just 2 10 millimeters on this one actually, and then 4 13 millimeter.
Do you have to take that wire off out there first?
Not on this one. Yeah, remember on yours is different.
Oh, mine is different?
Yeah, so that's what I was saying.
Yours is attached to the tub.
It's attached to the tub on this one. See how it's like a pocket that's just there? See, it's already through.
Oh.
Because it got a big square cut out.
On mine it was not the place. In mine I had to grab it out there.
This is the first time I've seen one of this age done like this. And you can also see some irregularities with the way that this is cut. So somebody modified this to make it do this. Because that's not how it should be. Like that's a frail.
Yeah.
That's like not a machine cut from the factory. This is somebody with a hacksaw.
Yeah.
You got lucky because it's a lot easier this way, but it's really weird that that was done.
Maybe the guy who changed the battery. He got tired of that.
Yeah. It's a mod done at the Corona, California is where where the service center is.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. Ironically.
So your 4 13 millimeter bolts secure this top, and then 2 of the 10s in the front.
Oh, won't you tell me how you do it? Now I'm high, but the buzz in the room, surrounded by people I couldn't care, but nobody but you. Sway, move me now, baby, day, give in to the moment.
And then the tub can go back in. The top extension can go back in. And these are all going to be 10 millimeter.
Got a lot of them.
Yep. Is actually in York. They are not consistent about these things, but in this car there are 2 that are longer than the other 3. So the 2 that are longer go in the top, and then the other 3 go in the bottom. If you want it to be exactly the same. Probably unnecessary to have it exactly the same. But
I think they got away with that as well, so they always have the same size bolts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's another design for manufacturability issue.
Yeah, later on it's different. And there's 4 of these. In this car, one of them stuck behind on the plastic, so I'll just leave it there and put it in after we put the tub in. I have to put the liner in. Felt liners go on the sides. So this one will go down here just because it didn't come with it.
You get it tight enough, just finger tight?
Yeah, these plastic knobs, you just
quite a bit
finger
of
tight.
torque on it, leverage on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a net there.
Yeah. My net's somewhere.
Yeah, it was on there. I took it off when we were taking it off. Then tuck this under.
Under the rubber there?
Yeah. And this earlier models have the 2 separate pieces. So when you tuck it in, it usually ends up looking pretty good.
Yeah.
On the later ones, when you tuck them in, they never quite fit exact again. And so they'll have like a little bunch up here or something like that. And just slightly irritating. for me.
Yeah, because you want it to look the
Yeah,
same.
you want it to look exactly right. On these ones it will, on those ones it won't.
I think the older models are better quality, huh?
In some ways, yeah.
They made, in some ways, they made a lot of design improvements along the way.
Yeah.
I think I would have rather had the. I'd rather lose some of that tub extension space and have the battery right there.
Yeah. The tub extension space is never used by me. There's a bag in there which fits exactly in there. And I have a bag in there with all charging equipment and tools and
That's good. A little toolbox fits
a
in
little
there.
toolbox for on the road, right?
Yeah.
So now this, like I said, all these parts never come off the way they should. So you just do your best to put it back in and tuck over the top, and it'll pretty much stay in place, even if those aren't as they should be.
It's like double-sided foam tape.
Yeah, you can hear it, like try to re-stick and then immediately
Yeah.
pull back off. So now I'll put the carpet in and this plastic liner up front. Here's where you gotta make sure you plug these in.
Connections.
Connections, they won't fit in the wrong spots, so
Well, that was good
just
design
put
for
them where they
manufacturability.
Yeah. There are some spots like in the doors where they have them that they can fit in the same spot, and it's like, come on.
And you better mark them when you take them off. Just get it back in the right spot.
There should be a little. There's a Christmas tree push thing that goes in here to secure that.
The Christmas tree?
They're called Christmas tree.
Yeah.
Yeah, because of the little ridges that come up.
Oh, wait
Yeah.
a second, can you show that
It's a,
again?
it's a plastic fastener.
Oh, okay.
It's just a push on. Usually those things are designed to push on once.
Yeah.
Once you take them off, it kind
Well,
of ruins
and that's
it.
where these earlier ones, a lot of them had 8mm bolts right here, and that's what held them into this spot,
That would probably be better.
and that was better. But then, I don't know, yours is different than what one expects on this particular vintage. Don't know why.
They're really clever. I could probably put a bolt in there.
Yeah.
And the net,
Yeah.
net comes on.
That.
Ist das nicht nett?
And now we put the liner back on. First, you just got to make sure you put this one on first,
Yep.
and then those ones, the order doesn't matter as much, but the first one has to go on this one. And make sure that the clips are in the right spots, because
So my question is, why didn't they design a permanent 12 volt inverter or converter, DC-DC converter to 12 volt, and have the main battery covering that?
so the reason is that you will kill the main battery. You need it. They use the. So they actually did exactly what you're describing early on. The earliest roadsters,
Yeah.
they did that, but they found that what it created was a situation where you did not have a sacrificial 12 volt to protect the car if someone were to let it totally drain. So 12 volt always needs to be there to
Yes.
keep the car's brains online.
Yes.
And so if you left the car for a long time and you did it that way, you would always be supplying energy. And if you parked the car with almost no energy left in the pack, you would have to kill the pack in order to keep the brains online. And so you would end up with dead main packs because of somebody like parking their car for a month and going on vacation. instead of having just a dead 12-volt battery.
Yeah.
So they had a few that they had to replace early on. I think they had to replace a few battery packs that went bad because of that. And then they realized, oh yeah, we need a 12-volt battery. That's what needs to die when somebody does this, not the big battery.
Yeah, you. I've been listening to so many of my days. Now you just my makeup believer. I don't make this. You look so pretty in the sunrise, and somehow now everything is alright.
So should we do a test? Does the car start up?
Well, you had the air conditioner.
Yeah, now's not a good time to say, oh, we gotta put a different one in. Start over. No.
So there's no indicator on the dashboard that tells you what the voltage level of your battery is.
The car does know what it is, but it doesn't tell you.
Doesn't tell you.
Yeah, unless you're in diagnostics mode.
Yeah.
And then it actually does monitor the 12-volt voltage and also the current going in or out of it all the time. So that's kind of how it assesses the health of the battery too. Is like how, if you start applying a little bit of current and the voltage shoots way up, it's not absorbing any current, so this battery is shot. So it can assess batteries that way.
So now you have to put your tools together.
Yeah,
Be fine.
that
Okay, close the lid.
is it. That's the process.
Okay, hey, let's. Okay, first of all, thank you for Sean to have that installation. Where can I get this battery? It's a lithium.
OHMMU.com.
OMU.com.
OHMMU.com. It's really small on this shirt, but it's OHMMU.com.
You know, it can be close. Yeah. So, and that is a battery what lasted in my year since years already. And this all ordeal with that taking it in and out and all this, you can save that. So you don't have to do that every year or every other year. In Arizona, it's probably at least every other year.
Yeah.
And your battery lasts much longer. There are a lot of advantages, as you heard, for that 12-volt battery.
We've been installing them for almost 5 years now. We don't have any batteries that have failed from old age. The only failures we've had so far are just like if you initial install with some cosmetic damage or broken terminals for shipping, something like that. But we haven't had any warranty.
So there's no warranty returns yet?
No warranty exchanges yet. Not yet.
Yes.
Not for the longevity in this.
Yeah, that's what we want. We want that the battery lasts very long and that we never have to get to that crooked place there again.
Awful on these first Model S's. The later ones, it's a little better, but it's still kind of a pain. It's still more than you should have to do.
Yeah.
You still have to remove the whole tub. You got to remove the frunk. You got to remove some brackets. The Model 3 and Model Y finally have it in a very easy spot. We do a Model 3 or a Model Y, it takes 10 to 15 minutes.
Yeah.
That's it. One or two things comes out of the way, and then you have access.
I think they learned something from that.
Yeah, they made it easier to access, but the X is still a challenge too. The X is not as easy as the 3 and the Y.
Yeah. Okay, hey, forget it. You also save a little bit weight because this heavy lead acid battery, there's lead in there and acid in there. So lead is not good for your health and acid is not good for your skin, right? So that's 26 pounds and the battery is under 10 pounds, about 9
pounds.
9 pounds, but yeah. Okay. But you just only have to sell to people who had lead acid. Okay. So and you can get them for Model X, S,
3,
Y, 3, and Roadster as well.
We have all
Teslas.
All Teslas.
Okay, thank you very much. And if you like that, thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you the next time for a good installation video. Bye-bye, John. Yeah, now, have a good one. See you. Oops.
I pressed and say